See now, this is 1, 2, 3, about 3 times now that you scheduled. Continues on and on and on.
Well, the other ones, they changed it, or rescheduled, I didn't reschedule it.
Well, it was scheduled out, supposedly said you had notice in court. I don't know how that happened.
They kept changing it, I think, because of the coronavirus.
So what I suggest today, we waive prelim so we don't come
Can
back one more time.
you give me 2 more weeks, and then if I don't, I'll waive preliminary, please?
No,
I'm not comfortable, well, I don't wanna waive preliminary, I'm not comfortable with that.
What do you think a preliminary is going to do? Tell me your legal position on that.
Well, I understand it's the state's turn to, turn in evidence against me, and there's nobody here.
Well, then you were not scheduled to hear that till this morning.
But they weren't here this morning, they weren't here last time either.
They were going to be here this morning if you were here. So right now, there's a warrant issued for your arrest. So I can go in there and say, pull the warrant, and the judge can say, no, and you go sit in jail until.
So
2
if
weeks
I
from
don't
now.
waive the preliminary, then
No.
you're gonna have a warrant, or I'm
No, the
gonna?
warrant is already issued, because you wasn't here at 8:30 this morning when you were supposed to be here. See this little document? I'm gonna tell you about probable cause.
Okay,
You see it?
I see that, but the methamphetamine that I'm charged with is foil, it's not even methamphetamine, it's foil.
At this time, because there was a field test of it, that's enough. See this? What's that name?
It says
The
judges.
Judge of the court.
Yeah,
So this person, Detective John Leach,
okay,
took the regional police report
okay,
in front of this judge and told him, these are the facts that the police report says. The judge says, I find probable cause.
right,
So one judge already found it.
okay, I'm
The
not,
arresting officer,
I understand what you're
Okay.
saying, but I'm not gonna waive my right to preliminary hearing.
tell me
I'm
why.
talking to, like I said, I wanted to get a second opinion, and I've been waiting for a call back, from another lawyer. So that's all I'm asking is if I could get an extension. The extensions you're talking about, or they were not of my fault, of my doing. Today's the only
Well-
day.
Supposedly,
They sent me in the mail that it was being changed, the court date
Yeah,
was being
and-
changed. So that's no fault of mine.
yeah, and the one, it says you were told in open court to be there. Were you told one time to be at a prelim at an open court?
Yes, but they sent me something in the mail that rescheduled it 3 times. I never missed a court date except for this morning.
And why was you not here this morning? So I can tell the judge.
Well, honestly, I didn't want to come with all this on me. I tried calling yesterday, your office, but nobody called me back, and nobody called me back until,
You know, we had 34 messages this morning on our phone that the one person has to go through every morning because he's answering the phone as he can through the day.
right, I understand that.
Because of this, it's
I'm just-
1,800 misdemeanor cases that half of them are calling all the time, so.
I'm just highly contagious, so that's why I didn't want to come to court this morning. And then he called and said that there was going to be a warrant. He called me up 20 minutes ago.
Okay, Rebecca's handling them, of course, you're not gonna have a prelim right now because the officer's not gonna be here. You can continue on your right for the preliminary hearing, but for doing this for 40 years, I find that to be stupid to do, but that's your prerogative. A lot of times eliminates our ability to get a good disposition down the road.
I know, but
I also
you
see that,
want me to, you said I'm eligible for probation for this. I'm innocent. That's the point,
Well,
is that I'm innocent of this. I understand
I don't know, yeah, I don't know.
that my
All I
background,
know-
I'm a good fucking person.
all
I am a good person, and I'm
Well, you
innocent of
know,
all those
Did you
charges.
hear me using a cuss word?
I'm
in
not
my
trying- I'm
conversation with
sorry.
you? No,
No,
I'm
you
always your
didn't.
grandfather,
No, you didn't.
and I don't think you would talk that way to your grandfather.
I don't have
Okay?
grandfathers, but you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, I don't know what the evidence is going to lead up to. All I know is the detective already walked in front of a judge with that police report.
I understand that, but I
That
also,
report had something to do with both obstructing justice.
because you go to a DUI and someone's standing on the porch, and you, for one, they weren't driving. 2, they don't have a breathalyzer in their vehicle. You go to a DUI call, but there's no breathalyzer in the
But
vehicle.
again, under the state of Illinois, as soon as they got a search warrant.
They didn't have a search warrant, and they went into my house.
Well,
They went into my house, and nobody was even in there.
To get the either urine or blood sample.
And they gave me no water at the
Oh.
hospital. The saline they gave me, they didn't even open the saline package.
Well, they won't do that until they actually, you agree that you can.
I was sitting on a toilet with 8 people in the room,
Okay.
trying to go to the bathroom. I
We
didn't
can-
refuse at all.
Like I said, we can go forward with this case, however, right now, we're gonna have to get a judge to agree that the warrant should be recalled. And then it'll be set out again for 2 more weeks. But I don't see it to your advantage, but you know more about the law than I do and how these processes go, so.
I'm not saying that I do, but I would like to explore all avenues, considering the fact that I'm innocent of this.
Well, that's what we do at trial, not a preliminary hearing. Preliminary hearing is a probable cause hearing with the officer, detective, who is not the officer who was at the scene. So I don't get to cross-examine him. A detective comes down and opens up a police report and says the same thing he read to a judge already.
Well, maybe it'll be a different judge who will see that it's
It'd be
ridiculous.
Judge Cosrich. I've only worked with her since she got on the bench about 6 years ago, and she's found probable cause in every single prelim. So, I will give this back to Rebecca, have a seat in the courtroom, and I'll tell her you want your hearing.
Thank you so
Hopefully,
much.
so come on in and have a seat.